Yo. Yeah, I think my video is messed up right now, but let me see if I can fix it. I don't know, whatever. Can you guys hear me? You hear multiple sounds. Yeah, I don't know. My video is messed up. Probably because I wonder if you're getting I'm getting sound from my camera, which could be. How about now? I don't know, whatever. Okay, you guys can see and hear me? That's good. All right, so I'm going to throw on some tunes. All right, now you guys should only be able to hear one thing, right? All right, good. All right, if anyone's in the OP short with us right now, this is doing pretty well. We gave this short earlier today, around 1.062 entry. We got now a daily candle close, and well, we just closed outside, so we should see some price action to continuation to the downside. I'm starting to use a new tool here, guys, called the ADX. This is actually pretty interesting. So this asset obviously crossed above the green here, which means that the bears are in control of this asset right now. We're going to look at Bitcoin, and we're going to show the same type of things happening. You can see on this is a monthly chart. So the monthly actually crossed up bearishly, right, on Bitcoin. The weekly, we still have the bears in control here since March. Okay, we don't go into a bull market until this green line crosses back up on this red line. All right, so it's something to take note of and to continue to watch, pay attention to. All right, so right this very moment, we can clearly see that stochastics are pointing down here on the weekly chart. We are, like, you know, in oversold territories here on Bitcoin. So shorting down here is kind of risky, I would say, because, well, we're at supports and we're oversold. I mean, I'm not saying that you know, it's not going to go down more. It probably is going to go down more. We're probably going to go test like this low here around 17.5, this candle wick low. All right. I'm personally not shorting Bitcoin down here, though. I'm shorting another coin, altcoin, that has a lot more room to go down. All right. So Bitcoin, We could see this test 19.3. The thumbnail says 19.4. Well, we're already there. When I made that thumbnail, we're still above 20K. So, but yeah, it's not looking too good right now. Obviously, we're in this bear flag, and so we could see this come down to at least come and test the 17.6 area, right? That would make a lot of sense to come and test that. And the monthly candle is going to close in a couple days here, and we could see we're in a monthly breakdown right now. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at least a test of 17.6K if we see continuation down, which is what it looks like we're going to continue to see. And we don't have any real support until about that 13.8K region. So I would say that's probably our next area for value for Bitcoin for a long-term position. And then we have the monthly. I believe that's the 100-day moving average, right? So the 100-day is right around that $12,000 region, right? Between 12 and 14K, I would say is that region, all right? Doing a monthly close stream, yeah, I could probably do the monthly close stream this week. Yeah, not looking too good here on BTC. So we closed a bearish engulfing candle, right? We're still way below the 200-week moving average, 22.3K. We really need to see Bitcoin get back above those levels, or at least stay in this range. Don't break this. That would be really bad if we did that. But if we do, we know it's straight down, right? There's nothing here. There's literally nothing here. 16K maybe. You got some volume traded there, but not much. It's like a magnet to like. Streams down. Can you guys still hear me? All right, good. All right, so Tether, we're really looking at this area here, this wick high, right? So this 7.29 area, once we break above that, it's like literally straight up, right? There's nothing here. Once we break above this 7.29 area for Tether, we're going to see lots of movement to the upside, which would mean movements down for Bitcoin and crypto assets. So we're going to take a look at, whatever you guys want to look at, but I just basically told you that we're probably going to see some more movements down. It looks to be pretty bearish right now with the weekly kind of crossing down. The ADX still with some nice big separation there between bulls and bears. And we can really see even the monthly chart. We got a cross up on the monthly. And the DXY is ripping. Yep, there you go. So just short a lot of stuff, guys. This is the time to be really just shorting this market. Find some assets that pumped up nicely, that made lower highs, and look to trade those back down to the bottoms of their ranges, right? And so the dollar is definitely about to break out of this channel that it's been trading in now since 2004, basically. Been trading in this within the parameters of this channel. Yep, that's right, Paper Tiger. We will most likely go and test it. So we at least have another, maybe a couple percentage points to, not even a couple percentage points. What is that? It's not a big move. Yeah, it's like almost 1%. It's not 1%. Well, why is that? Tell me that. Anyways, 7.27 to 7.29 area on Tether. I suspect that that gets tested first. All right. And you can see the bulls are in control of Tether right now, right? On the weekly here, the daily, also some nice separation with the signal indicator moving up, meaning this is coming in, the bears are coming into this. So like when you get these crosses, that's when those big moves happen, right? So until we get a monthly cross up here, like from, we haven't had a monthly cross up or cross down like this since November or since October 2015. Look at this chart, guys. Bitcoin's been in a bull market since October of 2015, basically. That's how I look at this. And now we've just entered a major bear market. It's not looking good. Not looking good, guys. Not looking good. But just trade the levels, right? So any big pump ups we get, look for short opportunities, right? Kind of what we're doing right now with this optimism coin, even though this coin is definitely outperforming the rest of these coins right now. Yep. Yes, sir. Another weekly candle close below the 200-week moving average. Yep, that's right. $200-week is still sitting around 22.3K region. All right. Anyone want to look at any other assets other than Bitcoin? We can look at. We looked at the DXY briefly. We can look at the Nasdaq. All these look really shitty right now. So. I don't see how anything can hold with the equities market kind of collapsing right now. Sure, we could look at ETH. Rejecting a major supply line, rising wedge stuff. We could see ETH come back down at $1,000. 1250 first stop, I would say 1250, right? Bears are in control, right? ADX broke north. The red broke above the green here. Same. Bears have been in control since April, looks like. There you go. Makes a lot of sense. Monthly chart. It's close, man. Like the bulls tried to cross back up, but haven't really seen any real resolution on that yet. Right, so we kind of got to go with the smaller time frames. So bears are in control here on the 3-week. 2 weeks still bears. Weekly bears. Daily bears, right? So you guys noticing a trend here? The bears are in control of the smaller time frames. So unfortunately, the bears are in control right now of ETH. At least for now. So yeah, this next level around here on 1370 will be tested. This was a support here back from February of 2021. And then 1225 to 1250 area, I would say for ETH is another next major level. Sure, we can look at gold. Gold sitting on the bottom of a range here. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, bears are in control of gold on the daily, 3-day chart. Bears still in control. Weekly bears, monthly. I guess the monthly is still technically bullish. All right. Unless we get a cross down here. But the last couple weeks, the bears have been controlling the gold. We'll see how this plays out. Yeah, we'll look at the cycle repaint chart. We also need to look at not that. Oh yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the alert service. The price is going to go up to $97 a month. If you guys haven't taken advantage of it, make sure you guys do so. So we haven't figured out a day that we're going to be running this yet, but make sure you guys check it out. All right. Let's see. So the repeat chart. I also wanted to look at fear and greed. Fear and greed. We're obviously in the fear territory right now. Neutral chart. So we're entering back into capitulation zone. Okay, we had this nice little bounce and made a lower high. Now we're coming back down and test those lows. All right, and then Bitcoin cycle chart. Cycle chart is saying kind of a consolidation around 20K like we did in 2018 before a big capitulation event happening by the end of the year. So this thing is just saying sideways until the end of the year, until a capitulation event. I think it's going to happen before that, based on what's going on right now. We'll see. We might get a bounce off this support. This optimism coin is definitely holding on to that demand line. I tested it twice. It even made a lower low. Yeah. But that's really it, guys. Not really too good a price action, right? Friday's close was not good in the stock market. Powell said they're going to be increasing the rates. You know, it's kind of risk off, right? No one likes to hear that. Yeah, gold entering like 4-hour oversold territories. We did just get a 4-hour cross down though on gold. Daily just making a cross down here on the stochastic. Keton took a hit on their earnings. Still a decent hold. I mean, I don't know. Didn't that thing rip up like 50%? It's just in a major downtrend, man. You know, the daily is still technically controlled by the bulls for now. 2 and 3-day charts. Well, the 3-day charts bearish, right? Weekly is still pretty bearish. We haven't seen a weekly cross up since COVID for this asset. But every single time you get a weekly cross up, you get that. You get a weekly cross down, well, you got this, the inverse, right? But those weekly crosses are pretty significant on the ADX. Yeah, definitely something to continue to pay attention to. It's tough to be bullish down here on this asset. Hasn't really done anything good, but except make lower lows and lower highs. We were just talking about shorting GameStop earlier, right? The weekly getting close to a cross down, or close to a cross down. Yeah, I mean the monthly still looks okay. Yeah, but this is getting close to like a daily cross down. Yeah, the daily did just cross down. So this is going to be good for puts. For more downside into earnings, it's probably going to continue dropping. All right. Probably down to like $22 or something, 23 bucks. GameStop. Yeah, technically right now Bitcoin is in a monthly breakdown. All right, with 3 days left on the candle for the monthly. Let's see what Matic looks like. So Matic couldn't break above the 3-day, 200-day moving average. It is, well, there isn't enough data for the 200-day. But Matic, if we're going to see the market dump, we could see Matic come back down to test, 68, even 58 cents. Why not? Nothing special about this one, man, even though it's outperforming the market. And we got a daily bearish cross, right? Or weekly cross. Yeah, you could short Matic, man. I think last time you got a weekly bearish cross was November of 2020. It didn't really do too much because we were really close to, it was really close to each other. But yeah, I don't think anything good happens after you make this cross like this. Also, we didn't have this momentum hump like this we do here. And last time we got this cross down was right after COVID, right? This was the retest of the COVID low. We made a low and then a retest of the low. So we're gonna this is telling me we're gonna retest this low. We're gonna retest 38 cents probably for Matic. It could take some time. It could take some weeks. It could take some months. What do I think about fund stocks like Disney, cruise lines, theaters, and stuff? Well, AMC looks like shit, so definitely don't trade that. Yeah, AMC's about to cross back down, man. This is probably gonna go back down to like $6 or something. ALCX and XRP. Never really even heard of this one. ALCX. This is Alchemy coin or something? Yeah, I mean, let's see. Bears are in control. They just crossed up on the daily. All right. Not really too much chart data, but yeah, why not come down and sweep these lows at 18 bucks? I mean, it could probably make a lower low. There's nothing here, right? It can maybe go to 10 bucks. I don't know. Why not? XRP. I think I charted this on the log. So yeah, XRP is right at a major demand line, right? But if the whole market's coming off, why wouldn't this continue to come off? Yeah, 29 cent test, why not? For XRP. So yeah, XRP not looking too good. I mean, nothing looks good. Nothing looks good. I'd be lying if I told you everything looked great. Nothing looks great. We're near the lows. So if buyers don't step in down here, then they're not stepping in. Okay. All right, so that's XRP. AVAX. We'll get AVAX real fast. Yep, rising wedge broke down. We could see the lows on AVAX to 16 bucks. You break that, we're looking at a retest of these lows, which was around $10.70. So we could see an AVAX come back down to 10 bucks if Bitcoin really starts breaking down more. All right. Costco, CCL, and BBY. Costco putting in another lower high, right? So a high, lower high. Now this could catalyze a move down to the lows. Could come down to $414. Why not? This was the May low, so why not? ADX looks like it's pointing down again, right? You go to the daily chart, you can see that the daily's coming down, the bears are pushing up, right? So this is when you would want to go long on shorts. The target for Bitcoin is between that. If we break and hold below 19.5, then we're looking at 17.6K being tested, which is that wick low from the June crash. And if we break that, it's like 13.8K, between 10 and 13, in that range, 10 to 14K range. But we haven't done that just yet, so we're holding above 19.5 on the monthly right now until we're not. And yeah, that's it. There's not really too much else to talk about. But if we can hold the lows and sit up here, that's good. Honestly, it really just would make a lot of sense that if we are going to hold this area, that we just consolidate in this area for a given amount of a good amount of period of time, because if we don't hold this region, I mean, we're most likely not going to hold this region if the rest of the macro is bearish. Okay. I think there's no reason why Bitcoin is just going to hold up if everything else isn't going to hold up. So this is a pretty big week. All right. Pay attention to what happens this week. If we start really breaking down and we start breaking these lows, yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty ugly pretty fast if we do that. There's nothing really up here. Right. So downside target is to that 17.6 region. If we break support, if we hold support, then we can retest the top of the range, right? The retest top of the range would be like around that $24,000 region. Really, we want to see Bitcoin get above the weekly 200-week moving average for the bullish case, which would be around 22.3K. If we can make a weekly candle above 22.3K, then everything honestly would probably be okay. But yeah, I don't really foresee that happening just yet. You do have some 4-hour divergence here that we could talk about, right? So there's this. I mean, there was divergence. What the fuck just happened? So Bitcoin's oversold on the 4-hour chart, right? We could see maybe a bit of a retest of this drop, or maybe just some sort of consolidation here before really getting rejected. So we'll have to see about that. All right. But yeah, nothing looking too good right this moment, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'll say that everyone is so bearish on the markets. Like you'll think that well, BTC is in a giant falling wedge. Yeah, it is in a giant falling wedge. So yeah, maybe down towards the bottom of the wedge, which would be like 15K, or what it could do, and what I did map out is maybe we do something like this where we come down, we retest 21K, reject it again, and then we get one more capitulation dump down to 14K region, maybe even break it, and we hit 12, and then we come back into the pattern, and then break out, something like that. But that could take a couple months. So right now the 4 hours oversold, right? We could see some price movement back up, at least over the next 4 hours, okay? Just looks really, really nasty on the 4 hour. How's the hex chart looking? Look at it. I haven't looked at a hex chart in a while. Well, it looks like it made it up to 7 cents on that move. Looks like it's retesting the low. Yeah, I mean, you could maybe argue that there's maybe some divergence here if this price is gonna hold up here. Right, making a lower low on price while higher low on the RSI. I mean, I wouldn't call this a bullish structure by any means. In fact, you actually back tested as resistance and pulled back down. Yeah, I mean, in time you could see 3 cents. You're patient. And if you don't hold 3 cents, well, you're going to probably see 2.2 cents. That's it. US 30. Oh, this is the Dow, yeah. Well, we can just look at the Dow. No, the Dow was doing pretty well, and then Apple took a shit on Friday, right? Yeah. Pretty nasty rejection right here. And the follow-through, right? The follow-through price action. Nothing really good comes of these candles. These are reversal candles. All right. Not looking good at all. So yeah, I mean, we could come back down to retest this support level here at 31.50, and maybe get some sort of bounce in a retest, or maybe another rejection, and then really capitulate, right? To make like an M shape type deal. That's what maybe the next couple of weeks, months of price action would probably look like. No, nothing good. I don't think anything good here. This is just starting to roll over now. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Dow. You can see the weekly crossing up here, man. So not looking good at all. All right. We even had a weekly cross up here in January, which caused this sell-off. We're gonna get, dude, we're getting a weekly cross. Those are really significant. Now, we identified that before. Every time we get a weekly cross, it's a major move. So just be ready for that. Yeah. Bad stuff coming for the markets. Yeah, it's a major rising wedge. on the Dow. Right, we could be crashing to like 18 or something, lose 50% of the market. Could be pretty ugly. Looks like it could get really ugly. If they're really going to continue ripping interest rates like this, there's no reason why this doesn't stifle the entire market. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, we could at least come and test the COVID lows, man. Like, why not? It could get really bad, man. It could get really ugly. Like, we'll just start with the major support that we have right here. All right, the major support we're at is like 30.9, 30.8 for the Dow. And then we're looking at, this is another level here on 30.8. And you can see, just look left in the chart. You can see this is the major, one of the major levels right here on 26.9. But I mean, look what's look at this rejection we're getting here on the monthly. Like, the next couple of days of price action are going to be real indicative of what happens here over the next course of the next couple months. So, let's see. I mean, ADX trying to cross back up on the monthly. Yeah, I don't know, man. If this crosses up, then all is good. If it doesn't, then we got problems. Don't kid that. This is a bounce off right here. This is a fake out. This was the fake out we just had, okay? Bears are still in control. We're going to now see some more separation off this weekly, man. This is going to be brutal. And you can see the weekly crossing down here on the stochastics. Like, yeah, man. This is a nice short opportunity up here for the Dow. All right. Think we'll see a bounce for the ETH merge? Probably. I mean, nothing goes straight down, right? We're awfully close to getting a monthly cross down here on ETH, man. That would be really effing bad if that happened. Anyways, like I said, we're a bit oversold here on the 4-hour, 15-minute hourly candles. We could maybe see some sort of bounce here. All right. At least to get out of oversold territory and reset oscillators before probably continuing on down, right? Because those major ADX movements are bearish right now, right? So bears are in control here on the daily. They're also they just took control here on the 3-day chart. So that's it. We had a nice little rally up here, up to almost $2,000, and then we got rejected here by the 50-day, 3-day moving average. We had a death cross here on this 3-day, which signaled this bottom here. But now we're just going to come back down to retest these lows for ETH. The fact that everyone's probably shorting here just kind of makes me feel like we might see like a short squeeze or something. So, I mean, be on the lookout for that too. If you're in a short position on ETH anyway. Yep, I still have this box here, right? Hopefully we get down in this range. That would be really good, a really good area for a long-term accumulation for ETH. Right down here in this 400 to 750 range. Let's see if we get that opportunity. That'd be a wonderful opportunity. Like I said before, we aren't going into a bull market until we get a weekly cross up from the bulls, all right? So we're still pretty far away from that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. Make sure you guys smash up the like button if you guys enjoyed the content, and hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't, all right? BTC has never went back to its previous all-time high. Yeah, it hasn't, actually. So there's a first time for everything, right? BTC has also never experienced an equities bear market. So there's that. So anything can happen, man, right? We can see anything happen here. We can see Bitcoin go retest 14K. We can see Bitcoin, after test 14K doesn't hold that, it can go to 10K, right? And if it doesn't hold 10K, well, we might be looking at 5K. So we'll see about that. But one step at a time, right? So right now Bitcoin's holding above 19.5 for the moment. And we're going to have a monthly closure, right? In a couple days here. And currently we're in a monthly breakdown, technically. Yep. So these rising wedges usually resolve themselves to retest the low from where they've come from. So right around this 19K area on a candle body anyway, 19.28. Okay. And we'll see from there. If we end up breaking this and back testing it as resistance, then we know we'll probably see a retest of that June 15th low, right? Or June 18th low, which is this wick down here at 17.7. That's it. That's all you need to know. Retest of the low, and we'll see what happens after the retest of the low. If buyers come in and push the price up, that's great. Then we could make maybe a double bottom, but we can't talk about that until we see that price action. All right. All right, any last requests, just put them in the chat. All right, well, hopefully, did I check the cycle repaint? Yeah, I did. It just says consolidate around this range until December, and then the last capitulation is in December. That's what it says. Yeah, just sideways until we bottom out, supposedly by December. So one more 50% drop is what this thing is saying. That's a repeat of 2018, so we're already not repeating 2018. Think about it. Yeah, exactly, Toe. And equities were not in a bear market in 2018. So yeah, we'll just keep paying attention to what's happening on the Tether chart, because every single time Tether goes to another fib extension, that could be another potential local low to be long-term accumulating at. So we'll just pay attention to this. Right now, we know that it's more than likely going to go and retest this 8% area. Right now, we're looking at 7.29 for a break. All right, that's what we're paying attention to right now here on the short term. All right, thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoyed the content. We'll catch you guys maybe midweek here for the monthly candle close.